Right. අයිබන් පුත හැමෝටම you all welcome to the grade 11, especially the revise and rise program today. So what's the purpose of that? To reinforce your previous learned knowledge and to enhance your knowledge regarding the each questions throughout these syllabus. So we have discussed mostly the paper one oriented questions, but now I am focusing other than that, the second paper oriented questions also, right? Then you can learn some additional things regarding the second paper parts. Okay, right. So here, the worksheet 18 under the Q450 session we are discussing now, right? So this is a graph question. So now you can recall all the lesson, all the theory parts of the graph under this question. Okay, right. So an incomplete table prepared to draw the graph of the function y equal 3 minus x squared given below. Find the value of y when x equal 0. Right. And when x equals 0, that is asking the value of y. So whenever the x value is given, how to find the y values? So we have the equation. So what is the equation? Y equal, the function equation is y equal 3 minus x squared. So there we substitute for the x 0 in the function given. So now you can find out y equal 3 minus x squared, then substitute x as 0, right? 3 minus x as 0, 0 squared, then that gives you 3. Okay, so what is the answer here? That is 3, y equal 3. Okay, now check. There is a symmetry of this point table. Understand the symmetry of the y coordinate. So here -6 and here -6. See, both table is balanced. Then here -1, here -1. Right. And here 2 and here 2. So sometimes imagine if a coordinate asks somewhere here. So with use of the symmetry, you can determine this coordinate should be this one. Okay, but here this coordinate cannot find by looking to the symmetry, because throughout this coordinate both the parts being symmetry, right? That lies through the axis of symmetry, what we called. Okay, so now that part is done, x equals 0, then y value is equal 3, y equal 3, that is having 1 mark there. Okay, right. Now using the scale of 10 small division along the x-axis and y-axis, draw the graph of this function. Now they are asking to draw the graph of this function. Now check how to draw the graph. Right, you will take the x coordinates from positive sides 3, negative sides -3, and the y coordinates, the positive sides you have the positive 3 only, the negative sides -6. So that means the axis balance, right? The y axis at the middle, because both x terminal equal. Then you draw the y axis bit align some more to the upward, right? Align some more to the upward, right? Why? The bottom part required more space, -6 running. Okay, now I will draw the graph using my application, right? You can see the graph drawing y equals 3 minus x squared. See there, now I input the equation y equal, නම් ඔයාලට නම් මෙහෙම ඒවා නැහැ එක්සෑම් එකේදී ඈ. ඒ නිසා manually අඳින්න ඕනේ. Right, see there, I will take the answer y equal 3 minus x squared. Now you can see that how the graph is plotted. Okay, so that is the y equal 3 minus x squared graph. Everyone clear with the graph drawing? So especially now see that intersecting points, right, in a graph needs to be corrected. Plotting the coordinates correctly, then you should have a parabola. We call what is the shape of this graph? It is a parabola. So y equal 3 minus x squared. Now check there. So y equal 3 minus x squared. Now x squared coefficient is, right, negative. X squared coefficient is negative. In such case, the parabola is a maximum curve. We call this is a maximum curve. The other curve like this way, that is called the minimum curve. So that depends upon the coefficient of x squared sign. So here x squared is negative, then it is a maximum. If it is positive, that is a minimum, right? Now we will check what are the questions they ask. So drawing this kind of graph, you have that marks, 3 marks they are in the paper. Right. So now check so what are the question asking? Write the equation of the axis of symmetry. Now check what is the equation of axis of symmetry here. Right. So what is the equation of axis of symmetry here? So where the graph is equally divided into two parts, right, along this axis, right? If you draw this one, so this is the axis you have to draw along this point, right? The axis of symmetry lies. So normally the axis of symmetry lies along the right vertex point of the graph, what we call the turning point of the graph. So this is the turning point. The axis of symmetry lies along that. Okay, then what is the equation of that axis of symmetry? Where it cut the x-axis, that is the axis of symmetry equation. So how to write it as x equal, it cuts the x-axis at 0. So x equals 0. How it happens, right? Along this axis, all the x-coordinate values are 0. Right, all the x-coordinate are 0. That's why the equations comes as x equals 0. Okay, understood? So the equation of axis of symmetry is x equals 0, right? Then check the next part. They asking write the range of the values of x where the function is positive, right? Find the range of the values of x where the function is positive. Now they're asking functions positive, right? Now say that where the function is positive. Positive means above the x-axis part. Positive means above the x-axis part. Now check where the above the x-axis part, where the graph above the x-axis. So this is the above the x-axis part of the graph. So that is the positive part. The below the x-axis part is the negative part. How it happens, right? Graph is the y. Function is the y, where the y become positive. So this is the x-axis, right? Here above the x-axis part, the y coordinate are positive. So here the graph positive part, but they ask in the x-range. So how to find the x-range? This is the positive part is start and the positive parts ending up here this way. So that is the two terminal. You take the two terminal and they ask in the x range. So x range is exact x variance is along this x axis. So this is the x variance, x range. So this is the y variance, the graph variance, but x variance here to here. So you take that range. How to take? You can take that the x cutting point. What is the answer? Those who did it, it is like negative 1.8 or something. What is that? This point. What is the answer you got? Those who completed negative 1.8. Very good. They are the one positive 1.8. Right, then this is negative 1 point, they are positive 1.8. So x is in between that. So you put between that x, right, open the sign towards here. Okay, right. So this is the answer where the graph is positive. Hands up those who got this answer. Negative 1.8 between positive 1.8. Get used to do that in that way. Okay. Right. Okay, then they ask him find the value of square root 3. So they are not asking the roots, they ask him find the value of square root 3, right? That is under the grade 11 content, right? How to take the square root 3 value, right? We know that y equal 3 minus x squared. Now, algebraically, I put y equals 0. See, the algebraically, I'm going to solve that square root 3. I put y as 0. So, y as 0, then equal 3 minus x squared. Okay. Then I bring the x squared to this side. Then x squared equal 3. Right. Then x subject x equal plus or minus square root 3. Right. Now what happened? X equal plus or minus square root 3. Now here dealing the equation. Now what's the logic we did here? What we did here, we make y equal 0. Y became 0, then we find its x value. When y equals 0, the x values gives the root 3 answer. Right. Then graphically how to decide that when y equals 0, x values are the values of positive plus or minus root 3. Okay. So y equals 0 happens where in the graph? In the graph, y equals 0 happen at the x intersection. So yes, in these 2 points, here the y value becomes 0 and here the y value becomes 0 of the graph. The function becomes 0, the graph becomes 0, the y becomes 0. Okay, then y becomes 0, x values are the root 3 answers. Okay, then here given plus or minus root 3, that means here plus value is this one, that is 1.8, here negative value, that is negative 1.8, but they are asking the root 3 value, then that is a positive value, so that gives you the square root 3 is 1.8. Okay, then you give the answer 1.8. Okay, right, understood. So if you cannot understand that one, at least that square root 3 taken with the x intersecting point, right, cut in value. Okay, but actual root is 1.7 something, and but as per your answer, I got that the intersecting point 1.7. Here actually 1.7 should be there, but here approximation, but don't much vary it. If it is 1.7, better have the answer 1.7. I got this intersection of your from your answers, but actually if you draw it, that cut with 1.7. Okay, hands up those who got this answer. This is the answer exactly should be, right? However, I will consider the answer this one because one decimal 1 point error is considerable, no problem. Okay, fine. Because that depends upon the x cutting points when you take the smooth curve. සමහරුන්ගේ curve එක කොච්චරද smooth කියනවා නම් මෙහෙම curves. කොහොම තියෙන්නේ. එහෙම තිබ්බාම අතර ඩෙසිමල්ස් 3-4ක් වෙනස් වෙනවා 1.7 නම් සමහර 1.2 ඒවට ලකුණු දෙන්නේ නැහැ සමහර 1.7 නම් 2.5 not given right. Okay, right, that is okay. The first question done, everyone okay with that one. Now we move to the next question. Right, now the question number 2, Right. 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 A is the top of the communication tower. Now this scale diagram, I applied bit harder question now because students are having some difficulty in this scale diagram. A is the top of the communication tower AB of 60-meter height. A technician who is repairing at A observed his vehicle parked at C with an angle of depression 60. Draw a scale diagram using this one. Right. Now I will take into my whiteboard the scale diagram, right? Okay, right. Now the background is clearer than that, huh? Right. Right, let me open the PDF. Right, first I will draw, see there, right? This is how you draw it. First draw a free line. Right, you draw a free line first, straight lines without measuring anything. Okay, straight තමයි හැබැයි කැතයි නේ. මට ඔය alignment පේනවා අඩුයි මේ board එකේ, right? I think you can see the alignment, right? All right, now it's okay, fine. Um, so now I draw is the top of the communication tower AB, 60-meter height, right? A technician, right, right. Draw a scale diagram using the scale of 1 to 1000. Put that scale given to adjust this distance to our as suiting to our scale diagram. So our lengths are 60 meters, but the scale given 1 to 1000. Then how to convert that length as per the scale? See, this is how you do it. So you simplify this scale 1 to 1000. Right, you apply centimeter to both sides. That means 1 centimeter to 1000 centimeter. මේ විදිහටම කරන්න. Now you simplify the centimeter right side to the meters. How? Here two zeros there, two zeros cancelled. Then that comes as 10 meters. Who you converted centimeter to the meters, just divide by 100. Now that means for 10-meter distance, you draw 1 centimeter in the scale diagram. For 10 meter, 1 centimeter. Then how many centimeters there? 60 meter. Then check for 60 meter, how much you have to do here 6 times, then here 6 times. So that means 6 centimeter to draw. Okay, length being calculated as per the scale. Okay, now then check the answer. A is the top of the communication tower AB. Right, now I will draw another line. There is a tower there, right? I don't know, that is AB. So the vertical tower mean how to draw this tower, make 90-degree protractor and make 90-degree and draw the vertical line. Okay, so that is A, but B cannot define yet. Okay, the height given tower AB of 60-meter height means now you take 6 centimeter as per the scale, right, and define this B point there. Okay, fine. Now a technician who is repairing at A observed his vehicle parked at C with an angle of depression 60. Now the technician is on the top of that and looking towards car park with the depression this much. How much the depression? 60 degree. So this is the looking point. From that point, something observing in the horizontal line. So when they are looking, they need to make a horizontal line, what we call the eye level. So now we need to draw an eye level. So how to draw an eye level? Here 90 degree there, then if this is horizontal level, that to be parallel with this one. So if you have 90 degree there, better you draw another 90 degree here and make that horizontal line. Okay. Then make that horizontal line. So this is parallel to this one. Okay. This is the horizontal line. That is the eye level. So there should be also 90 degree, then these two parallel, then this is also horizontal. Now from that point, they make depression. This is the eye level. Angle of depression means towards downwards, right? The angle create. Okay. Then here to here, that gives you the 60 degree. So now you draw a line, solid line with measuring 60 degree at there. Here to here measure 60 degree, mark a point, and then connect the 60 degree line here until they reach the horizontal level. That is the car park. And here the depression is 60 degree. This is the depression. Okay. Understood? So this is the scale diagram you drew. Okay, find the distance BC in meters using the scale diagram. So they are asking to find this length, the actual length they require, not the scale length. So how to find this actual length? Just measure this length in your scale diagram and then convert to the meters. How to convert to the meters? This is the relationship. This is what you need to find out. 1 centimeter means 10 meter. So you take some distance here by a centimeter, then that multiply by 10 because 1 is 10 meter. So then it convert as meters. So I will give you the answer here with the use of trigonometry. Right. You can drop the answer. Here, centimeter wise, it is given as like approximately 6.9 centimeter. With this scale the length of BC, but that is not the actual length. Okay, that is not the actual length, that is the scale length. Then how to convert to the actual? Right, you can multiply 1 centimeter means 10 meter, then BC actual length is, right, just this BC length 6.9 centimeter multiplied by 10, that gives you 69 meters, right? So 70 meter is also acceptable, right? No much major variations. Hands up those who got the answer around that part. Okay. Right. Okay, that is fine. Okay, very good. Right, are you okay with that scale diagram concept? That is not much a hard scale diagram, just very easy one, right? Right, the next question says that, now check the next question. Right, a vehicle took 1.5 hours to travel 90 kilometers, right? And it took 2.5 hours to travel 130 kilometers. Then they ask in the average speed of the vehicle. So what is the formula for the average speeds? Tell everyone, right? What is the equation for average speed? Do you know this equation? So average speeds means like when we are traveling certain distance with a certain speed, certain distance with another speed, right? Not a constant speed. Now, අපේ රටේ යන්න බෑ constant speed. ගියොත් එහෙම අර පාලම්බෝකු කඩාගෙන එහෙම තමයි යන්න වෙන්නේ. හයිවේ එකෙත් අමාරුයි. හයිවේ එකේ යම් තාක් දුරකට යන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි පොඩ්ඩක් මිස් වුණොත් බ්‍රේක් කරන්න බෑ හයිවේස්. අපි යනවා නම් යුනිෆෝම් ස්පීඩ් එක යනවා නම් බ්‍රේක් කරපු ගමන් ස්පීඩ් එක රෙඩියුස් වෙනවා. දැන් ওই වාහනවල තියෙනවා ක්‍රූස් කන්ට්‍රෝල් කියලා ඔප්ෂන් එකක්. දන්නවද? එතකොට ක්‍රූස් කන්ට්‍රෝල් එක දාපුවාම වාහනේ එක ස්පීඩ් එකකට අරගෙන ස්පීඩ් එකේ රන් කරන්න පුළුවන්. the accelerator පෑගුවත් නැතත් cruise control දාපුවාම මේකෙන් යන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට දැන් බ්‍රේක් කරපු ගමන් ඒක ස්පීඩ් එක වෙනස් වෙනවා right. ඒක ඊට පස්සේ ඩිඇක්ටිවේට් වෙනවා. එතකොට අපේ රටේ යුනිෆෝම් ස්පීඩ් යන්න බෑ ගොඩක් පාරවල් වල. ගියොත් එහෙම හොස්පිටල් තමයි යන්න වෙන්නේ. යුනිෆෝම් ස්පීඩ් සමහරව යන්නේ යුනිෆෝම් ස්පීඩ් පාගපු ඇක්සලරේටර් එහෙමමයි. කොච්චර වාහන ආවත් ඒක නවත්තන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම වුණොත් විතරයි යුනිෆෝම් ස්පීඩ් එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. right. ඒතකොට යුනිෆෝම් ස්පීඩ් අපේ බොහොමයක් පාරවල් වල යන්න බෑ. පොඩි වෙලාවක් යනවා ඊට පස්සේ ආයෙ රෙඩියුස් වෙනවා නැත්නම් අප් වෙනවා වෙනස් වෙනවා. So the average speed in that case we have to discuss about the average speed, right? So the average speed deals with the right. This is the equation. So average speed is equal to the total distance traveled divided by the total time period. Total distance traveled divided by the total time taken. Right, total distance divided by the total time period. So now take the total distance traveled means the sum of these two distance, that is 90 plus 130 kilometers. That is the total distance divided by the total time. So what is the total time? Here 1.5 kilometers plus here 1.5 hour plus 2.5 hour. So that is the total time period. So 90 plus 130 comes as 220 kilometers divided by the time period. Here 1 plus 2, 3, half, 1, 4 hours. 4 hours. Now divided 4, 5, 20, 5, 4, 55. Then here top kilometer and bottom h goes to the up edge, h minus 1. Then it gives you 55 kilometer per hour. 55 kilometer per hour. Unit should be also there. Okay. තාරකේ අකුරු දෙක මාරු වෙනවද? Yes. අරගේ top the top of the tower. Yes, that letters to be exchanged. Yeah, no problem. It doesn't impact the answer. Yes, you are correct. Okay, fine, everyone. Right. Parallel average speed. So if you do not know the theory concepts, today learn what is that average speed equal total distance over total time. All the time total distance upon total time. Okay, fine. Right, now the next question we are moving, question number 3. See there, Samit borrowed a loan of rupees 40,000 to pay import value and custom duty of the system value. I will show you the question. Right, this is the question. Right, Samit borrowed a loan of rupees 40,000. Okay, to pay import value and custom duty of the imported item from a bag at an annual simple interest rate of 12%. Find the total amount that he has to pay at the end of the year. Right, find the total amount that he has to pay at the end of the year, එක අවුරුද්දකට අවසානයේ තමයි අහන්නේ මේකේ custom duty එකට, the total amount to be paid, right? So now you will calculate from 40,000, 12% is how much? Yeah, right? You can calculate 12% of 40,000. So that is the interest, simple interest. So you can calculate the simple interest per year. Simple interest per year, per 1 year. So how to calculate that one? Rupees 40,000 is the loan into 12%. 12 upon 100. Right. Understood? Right. Then take the simplification here. 12% of 40,000. Then 2 zeros cancel. Then 12 into 4, 48, and 2 zeros there. Then rupees 4,800 is the simple interest per year. Then they ask in total amount to be paid. අපි ණයක් ගත්තාම ගත්තු ණයයි loan එකයි, right? The loan plus the interest we have to pay. So the loan we bought is rupees 40,000, right? Plus the interest charge, that is rupees 4,800. So that the total becomes as rupees 44,800. 44,800 is the total amount that to be paid. Okay, right. Hands up those who got this answer. Right, well done. Right, part B, they're asking, Samit had to pay a custom duty of 20% of the import value to import an item. He decided to sell it to get the profit of 20% of the item was sold for 51,750, including 15% of the value added tax. Find the import value of the item. Custom duty 25% of the import value to import an item. He decided to sell it to get a profit of 20%. If the item was sold to 51,750, including 15% VAT added, find the imported value of the item. Right. බලන්න උත්තම ගාණක්. Right. ලේසියකට හිතා ගන්න බැරි විදිහට ගාණ ඩෙවලොප් වෙලා තියෙන ඔන්න බලන්න. Right. So understand the scenario. I write the imported value is X. Okay, imported. This is the imported Japani wahani watinakama. Right, imported value. Right. Japani අපි මේකට කියන්නේ මොකක්ද වාහනේ වටිනාකම. Then it comes to the custom duty, right? Then on it is added imported value. Custom duty එකක් add වෙනවා 25%, right? That is the custom duty on it. Okay, then on it 25% charge, then there is a value creates with the custom duty. This is the value with the custom duty, with custom duty charge. Now on it, right, they apply a profit. Import value. He decided to sell it to get a profit of 20% of the item was sold, including 50% VAT. Right. Now for that value, he add 20% profit. 20% profit onto that. Okay, and then he marked to a price. Right now with here it having with custom duty, with custom duty with profit. Duty plus profit includes now. Now it sells When they're selling, again, a VAT is imposed on it. What is the VAT? 15% VAT add to that. 15% VAT. Now the price comes. What is the price now totally? Here we have the custom duty. Custom duty having. Then here we have this profit having. And here we have the VAT having. So now the price of that value given 51,750. So now they ask in this value how much, right? Right. What was the answer of you? What was the answer taken by you? If anyone did it? Okay. Right. බලමු අපි ඒක හදන්න. Right. That's bit difficult, very difficult question. Right. Here X is there. Right. Then 15%, 25% add to that. දොර මෙතනින් මම ගන්නවා මෙතනින් X ගෙන් 25 add වෙනවා. X තියනවා නම් 25% add වෙනවා. 25 upon 100. X to 25% charge කරන්න. එතකොට එන්නේ උත්තරේ 25 1, 25 4, X upon 4 කියලා එන්නේ. දැන් මෙතෙන්ට එද්දි price එක කීයද එතකොට? So for X, they apply 25%, X into 25 upon 100. Then when you simplify it, X upon 4. Then now what is the price here? X plus X upon 4 with custom duty. So you can simplify it. How? As a fraction, here 4 is the denominator. So here 1 into 4, 4x plus x, 5x upon 4. Now here we have 5x upon 4 price. Then on it again apply 20%. For this one now apply 20%. 20% means 20 upon 100, 21, 25. Okay? Then balagin na 5, 1, 5, 1 simplify. Now the custom duty profit is x upon 4. That is the profit. 20% apply unat was profit take a the profit plus the with custom duty price now. Now what is the price here? 5x upon 4 they are plus here profit added x upon 4. Now check in terms of x. Here 5x plus x, 6x upon 4. Okay. Now with profit, the value becomes 6x upon 4. Now again of that 15% charge, now I take 6x upon 4 into 15%, 15 upon 100. How much? Okay, then here 5, 3, 5, 20, then 2, 3, 2, 10. Okay, then it comes as 9 upon 9x upon 40. 9x upon 40 is the custom duty on it. Okay, now what is the total price? Here the value was there 6x upon 4 plus. Here now it comes the custom, the VAT is 9x upon 40. Now check with the VAT, what is the total? Now I make the denominator same, I multiply by 10 both the sides. Then here 10 into 6, 60x upon 40 plus 9x upon 40. Now it comes as 69x upon 40. Right, you can simplify by that correct? Yes, 69x upon 40. Right, now this is the right total price with custom duty, with profit, with VAT, everything. X was the initial, now it came as 69 up X upon 40. බලන්න එක හරිද කියලා හරිනේ මෙතන simplify එක 15%. Yes. Right. Now that 69x upon 40 equal 51,750. So including everything, the price given 51,750. Now you can equal these two. How? 69x upon 40. 69x upon 40 is the price with everything, that is equal to the 51,750. 51,750. Okay, now cross multiply and simplify. So 69x equal 40 into, right, 51,750, right, subject x divided by 69. So that is cancelled. So x equal 40 into 51,750 upon 69. Now check 51,750 into 40 divided by 69. That gives you 30,000. Right. Anyone got the 30,000? If that's so, that is great. But that is a very difficult questions I have in your level, right? Anyone got this answer? Not decimal there. Some you cannot subtract, right? Some students think that from the right corner, subtract 15% of that, then subtract 20% of that, and likewise, no, you cannot. So this is the answer. Be difficult, but at the home study it well, right? I parak make study karan hamoma. Hadapu විදිය නොතේරුණත් ආය පාරක් try කරන්න කරපු ක්‍රමේ බලන්න. So the initial price there, we called x, then from x we apply the what we called from x we apply 20% of it, that is x upon 4, then x plus x upon 4 is the total price now, then of that we apply again 20%, then the price is that one plus this profit, then again on that 15% apply, then this one plus 15% value is the final price that equal to the 51,750. Okay, fine. Right. Now we move to the geometry question, the fourth one. See everyone, the geometry. Geometry is not much hard as you think if you can catch up the question nicely. Yes, that is was my hard try in my lifetime. Yes. Imagine if you get this much of question in the exam, right? Now you are safe, but not safe if you do again, right? If you do not do again, you are not safe again the same position, but try to understand and do it precisely. Now check. A, B, C, and D are points on the circle with center O. P and Q are the base of the perpendiculars drawn. Right? These are the base of the perpendiculars drawn. Is that clear to you? Or okay, shall I draw in a separate diagram? Is that clear? This one clear to you? Think so. Okay, fine. Right. Now they're asking, right, all the information being marked there, right? They're asking to show that DOP and this BOQ are congruent. Congruent triangle. To prove the congruency, right, check what are the default equal things, right? Now you can see this is 90, this is also 90. Okay, now we are choosing these two triangle. You write their names. Now you can see this angle opposite vertically to this angle vertically opposite. Now two angles equal. Now we have to choose a side. Why not three angles equals are congruent? No any case referring to that. So two angle equal means you choose, you search for one side equal. Now you can see that OD is a radius, right? As well as OB is a radius where the O is a center. So that means these two radius are equal. Now you further check two angle and one side. Some students try to write the hypotenuse sides. සමහරුන්ට මේ right angle triangle පේන්න බෑ ලියන්න හදන්නේ මොකද්ද RHS case එක. For RHS you should have right any other sides to be equal. Okay, but here no any other sides equal, right? Okay, then what's the case reference here? You can see that two angles and one side is there. This two angle and one side, two angle and one side. Then what is the case reference? Angle, angle, side. And further check whether the side is corresponding or not. How to check the correspondency? This side is front to this 90 degree and this side also front to the 90 degree. So the side is corresponding. Then these are congruent. So how to write the way? Right, you to write the triangle name. To write, consider DOP triangle and BOQ triangle. Then write the equal sides. Then you write DPO angle equal OQB angle. What is the reason? That is given perpendiculars. Then further you write POD angle equal QOB angle. They are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Then you write OD equal OB radius of same circle. Radius of same circle. Therefore, you write DPO triangle congruent with OBOQ triangle, under which case angle, angle, side. Angle, angle, side. Correct them. Right. Show that AB equal AD, right? Now I will show you AB equal AD. So now you prefer AB asking to equal AD. To make two sides equal, I think that if I equal these angles, two angles of this triangle, consider ABD angle, if I can prove this angle equal this angle totally, if two angles equal means their opposite sides are equal. Okay, then how to show that one? Now check with the congruency. Normally in geometric equations, there is a flow. Right. If they ask to do something in above part, consider with that, right? That means the results of this one can utilize for the second part. Remember that way, okay? So there is a flow. Why they make congruency? Sometimes it can use for the second part. Sometimes that second answer is utilized for the third part. So we prove that congruency. Then with the congruency, I can say that this angle is equal to the right this angle. Why? The corresponding components of congruent triangle. And then further you can see that you know that these two sides equal same radius, then this part equal this part. Why the two sides equal? Then these two angles equal. Now you can see that total angle here is equal total angle there. Now these two angles equal mean opposite to that sides. Opposite to that angle, sides are equal. Here to here, sides are equal. Okay, right. So now you can say that AD equal AB. Understood everyone? Can't we also use perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle bisect? here to here, that two chord bisect. Yes, that is fine. Here to here, this chord is bisected. How you then say that this totally equal to this? This is fine. This is bisected. Then how to show that AD equal AB? Any logic? You can prove it in, but bisect only. This part equal this part, as well as this part equal this part. Yes, there we can say that how this part is now equal this part equal this part. But we can prove that this part, these two parts equal. How? In this congruent triangle, these are the corresponding. Then I can use the same symbol. This part equal this part. Then here equal. Now that is equal. That's also fine, Putta. Yes, good. But this method is comes with the two logics. From here to here, perpendicular mean bisected. Here to here, bisected. But with use of the bisected, we cannot say that this chord equal this chord. Why it equal? Because this in this congruency, this part was equal to this part. That's why now the total chords being equal. Okay, then show that BOD equal 2 into BDC plus DBC, right? I take BDC in that type of case. BDC, I take it as X. Let this is X, and DBC, this is taken as Y. Okay. Then you can take this angle, and they are saying that BOD, this angle. Okay. Now there is a relationship here. I can take this is how to find this angle. Here X, here Y. So I need to prove that X plus Y twice equal BOD. Okay, this is my way. I take X here, Y here, then I can take that here 180 minus X plus Y. How I get it? Here the triangle from 180 subtracts the sum of these two, then it creates. Now, as per the law, this angle, right, here this is a segment angle sub 10. This reflect angle is twice of this one. This reflect is twice of this angle, the sectangle theorem. So now I can say that BOD reflex, I can take BOD reflex angle, I can take as twice of this 180 minus X plus Y. Make 100 minus X plus Y, ඒ වගේ twice මෙයා. එහෙනම් මම remove කරන්න brackets. 2 into 180 means 360 minus 2x, right? 2 මෙයා ඇතුළට දීලා multiply කරන්න minus 2y. Okay, that is the BOD reflex. එහෙනම් BOD කොහොමද හොයන්නේ? That is a reflex. Then BOD is. එහෙනම් මෙයා ඉන්නේ කොහොමද? මෙයා හොයාගත්තට පස්සේ මේ ඇතුළේ කෙනා කොහොමද ගන්නෙ? 360 වලින් ආයෙ මෙයා subtract කරන්න මේ කොටස. Then that is equal 360 subtract this angle BOD reflex. Right, that is what 360 minus 2x minus 2y. එයාව subtract කරන්න. එහෙනම් මොකද වෙන්නේ? 360 there minus, remove the bracket, minus 360, then minus into minus plus 2x, minus into plus 2y. Now 360 cancelled out. Then it comes as 2x plus 2y. Then take a common factor 2 outside, then 2 into x plus y. So x and y taken as that values. So in 3 substitute x as BDC, here as DBC. Sometimes there may be some other short tricks, but think in that way. That's why I found in the question. Geometry, හැබැයි චුට්ටක් විතර ඒ part එක advance වැඩි. හැබැයි කොට දා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, right. Now move to the question number 5. It is proposed to erect 25 flags at a distance. Right, now we will move to that with the whiteboard. Right. Now the question number 5. Right, it is proposed to erect 25 flagpoles at a distance of 8 meter, 13 meter, 18 meter from the stage at a sport venue. Right. So the flagpoles to be erected 8 meter, comma, the other one 13 meter, comma, the other one 18 meter. Right. So on 25 flagpoles being erected. Are the distance mentioned here in a parallel series give reasons? Right. That wording not to be parallel, that's a mistake. That to be arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression. Right, the correct word, not parallel series, arithmetic progression. So now how to show it is an arithmetic progression? Just subtracts, take the difference between two consecutive terms somewhere at a certain point and take another difference somewhere at two certain points. So I take this is D1 and this is D2 and check the D1 answer. So how to check the D1? D1 equal difference 13 subtract 8 and take 5. Right, then take here also D2, 18 subtract 13, that is also 5. Okay, now you can see that the difference is there and the difference is also same of the both the cases. Now you can say that the D1 equal D2 equal 5, right? Therefore, the difference is common between the term. Difference is common between the terms. Therefore, it lies on an arithmetic progression. So that is how you prove. Although there is a difference, but the difference is not unique, not uniform between the terms, then we cannot say that is an arithmetic progression. The difference to be unique and common, right, between the terms there. Okay? Right. Correct them. Then part 2. How far should the 15th flagpole be placed from the stage? That means here a progression. This is the first flag, the second, third. Likewise, there is 15 flag post. So what is the distance they are asking? That means in these progressions, they are asking the 15th term, what is that distance? So to find a term of this arithmetic progression, we have a Tn formula, Tn equal a plus n minus 1d. Tn equal a plus n minus 1d. So they're asking 15th flag post, then n as 15 is the first term is 8 plus n is 15, 15 minus 1 into d, difference is found here 5. Difference is 5. Now simplify here. 8 plus 15 minus 1, 14 into 5. So here equal 8 plus 5 into 14 is 70. Then 78 meters are there. Okay. 78 meters are there. Okay. So that is from this stage 78 meters apart. Which flagpole is 128 meter away from the stage? Now there is a flag post here, right? As the term 128. That means the distance of that term is given. Like the term is given. Now they ask him which flag post is that? Now understand the input to the equation. In the equation, what they mention here, you have to identify whether what is given and what is asking. So you have to input that practical application to the mathematical equation. The applications flag post distance given mean the term given. They asking which one is that? They asking n. Okay, so likewise understand that application insert to the equation. So now we know that the Tn equal a plus n minus 1 d. Okay, now the term given as what? The term is 128. A is the initial term, that is 8 plus. Now n asking n minus 1 into d, difference is 5. Okay, now simplify this linear equation. How? Better bring this 8 to the sides as minus 8 equal n minus 1 into 5. Okay, then 128 minus 8 means 120 equal 5 into n minus 1. Just divide by 5 both the sides. So 5 cancelled out. So n minus 1 equal 5 into 2, 10, 2 there, 4 there. Now bring this minus 1 to the other side as 24 plus 1. So n becomes as 25. So that means the 25 fifth terms. Right. Okay. Right. Now we move to the last part. Hands up those who got the answer. This is as 25 flag post. Okay, very good. Right, now say that Nimal runs from the stage to the first flagpole and returns to the stage. Right, then runs to the second flagpoles and returns to the stage. He did the game until the final flagpole. Find the total distance that Nimal ran. Right. So you can think in this manner, right? So Nimal running for first flag post. This is how we running. Here 8 and come back means here first flag pole is at 8 meter distance. So 8 and 8 comes. Then here going to the 13th right and come back 13th right. That means if you find to a certain direction the sum of all the distance until for which flag post they are asking until the runs and second flag runner returns stage. He did the same until the final flagpole find the total distance. What is the final flagpole? It is proposed to erect 25 flagpoles. 25 flagpoles, we found that 25 flagpoles distance is 128. Okay, we know that here 25 flagpoles. We know from this progression, the last term is known, that is the 25th flagpost distance wide by 120. So if you can find the sum of all the length, all the distance together, that's the total distance run to a one way. So the comeback from all the posts, that means that forward length is equal to the return back length. So in this progression, you can find out the sum of all the poles to a certain end point and multiply by 2. One method. The other method, you can think that the distance travels forward and come back. The OLA also lies on an arithmetic progression. The return, moving and come back total distance. But better take to a one direction length and sum and then the same length he returned back in the journey. So twice multiply by 2. So now you know the first term A, last term known. When first term and last term known, you can apply the formula right, Sn equal, for finding the sum of the length, Sn equal, right, n upon 2 into a plus L, because you know the last term. So S, how many terms are there? 25. So 25 upon 2 into a plus L, a is 8 plus 120 is the L. So 25 upon 2 into here 128 plus 8, 136. Then here simplify this one. That means 136 into 25 divide by 2, that gives you 1700 meters. This is the sum of all the distance from beginning to the end. So then he come back, run and come back. So that means this length to be multiplied by 2, right? Then you can have the answer 3,400 meters he runs totally. Hands up those who got this answer, 3,400. Okay. So are you okay with today's discussion, Puta? Your ideas, your comments, right? What about today's session? That's okay. And this is second paper oriented, some new, and you learn something newly, right? Make the notes on the new parts you learn, and highlight the area that you gain today throughout this discussion, right? Okay. Are you okay with today's discussion? Right, so we discussed 5 questions there, right? These are essay type questions, and further I apply to the Revise and Rise program this kind of sessions, at least one for upcoming all the sessions, right? Okay, sometimes at the later I will add 2 sessions, right? 2 sessions for the second paper oriented questions. Okay, right. So I will conclude the session for today. I will give that challenge question for the next week for 2 days with the today part, or including the today parts. And furthermore, for the next week, I will try to give the questions at earliest, maybe Friday or Thursday. I will share you the total 3 set of questions for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday as one PDF. Then you can deal with the Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. For the fast track theory students, we have the class tomorrow at 8:30. Be ready for that one. And the Revise and Rise for this week, we completed the 3 sessions, and then we meet you with the next week, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, right? Work hard and do your best for the mathematics, especially the students who are facing this March, right? Work hard and do all the questions, right, every day, right? Okay, Putta, thank you very much. So I will conclude the session for today. We'll meet by next week, right? Hi, boy.